Yo, 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 everybody, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. My name is Jeremy. You guys hear anything crazy in the news lately? It's been real quiet, I guess. You know, not a real crazy day for horror news, I guess. Not much to talk about on this live stream. I kid, of course, because today has got to be the craziest day for Scream 7 news we've had. I was right in the middle of making a big ol' nasty Until Dawn video. Critical Overlord's hanging out with us saying, nothing but a few scoops confirmed. You know, typical day of not a whole lot going on in the horror universe here. I was right, so I'm right in the middle of just making an Until Dawn video. Patrick Dempsey is not in Scream 7 is what we get. It's Joel McHale, and I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. It's a crazy update. And then for those who might have missed it, because it just happened, whole nother big Scream 7 update. Mindy Meeks Martin is in the film, confirmed. This is an official update, not a rumor, nothing else. Bam, we have half of the core 4. The core 2 are here in Scream 7 with us. It's a crazy day. It's a real crazy day. It's exciting stuff. But I know some people are so mixed on the idea that we have a character now named Mark Evans, the whitest name I've ever heard. Some random dude that is married to Sidney Prescott, which feels... I don't know, it feels odd to me. I have mixed feelings on it because I think there are positives and negatives to this. I always like to find the positives in everything, you know, even though it's real easy to look at the situation and just say this sucks. But I don't know, to me, I see a lot of positives from this. We're definitely going to get into it in the stream here, but I do want to say hi to a few folks real quick first, because we got a lot to talk about. And I've been making my jokes, but I actually don't hate this idea of Joel McHale playing a new character in universe, which we'll get into in a second here. I do want to hear what you guys have to say, though. That's why we're doing this stream. So let's get into it. Let's see what everyone has to say. Locks, thanks for being a member, my friend. I feel like if I say that on stream, like I'm gonna have just like SWAT members jumping through the window at some point, just coming on in here. But that's really funny. Scream 6 was great. I agree, Alexa. I love Scream 6. Very fun movie. What's up, Jake? Man, what a day for Scream fans. First, the father from Spy Kids 4 is cast as Sidney's husband. That's hilarious. I love it. That's his biggest credit to date. Spy Kids 4. Nothing else. Jeff Winger, who? And Jasmine Savoy Brown confirmed to return. Who are you suspecting from the cast? We're gonna get into that, Gunner. I kind of want to suspect Joel McHale a little bit, right? Like, kind of suspicious, brand new character, big name, kind of makes me think it's him. But we'll see. I kind of hope it's not another boyfriend, another love interest of Sidney Prescott's, right? Because that would suck. But man, I don't know. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to be like, okay, that's probably what they're going to do here, but we'll see. Not only have I not ever been able to stand Joel McHale, says Yasmer, the thought of Dempsey teaming up with Nev was literally the only reason I was really into seeing it. I'm so uninterested seeing this now. Brutal. Ooh, brutal. I definitely wanted to see Mark and Cade come back. I think it would have been fun to reinvent the character, just like Kirby Reed in Scream 6. But, you know, with the announcement of Mindy Meeks also being in this, it might have had the Scream 6 problem, which was kind of my big point, I guess I wanted to make, is what if there were too many legacy characters? Like, we already have, I think we actually do have too many at this point. Like, there are 4. There are 4 legacy characters confirmed. Kirby may be in this film, too. Who knows? And anything is possible at this point. If Patrick Dempsey's not going to be there and they're going to make up some fucking jackass named Mark Evans. So I don't know. You know, I will say the one thing about Scream 7 that I feel like has been dug up that I really didn't believe could be possible is that it's pretty unpredictable at this point. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Joel McHale? What? I did not see that coming from a mile away. So love him or hate him, as you may not love him, Yasmer. I will say it's shocking to say the least, right? I think we all were talking about Patrick Dempsey for the longest time. Radio Silence has even confirmed that line in Scream 5, the Scream 2022 line, where we've been getting all this Patrick Dempsey talk from, was supposed to confirm that, yes, she was married to Mark and Cade from Scream 3, but that has now been retconned. And we can officially use that word, baby, retcon. Ha ha! So Scream 7's retcon and shit here and there, man, and it's crazy. So I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's nuts. It's some nuts shit. Nutty shit. Peanuts in this turd, baby. King Matthew III, my liege, is saying, hey, Jake, now that Jasmine's back in Scream 7, I think Chad and Martha, I think you mean Mindy, are now getting killed off in Scream 7. It makes sense because she's maybe, Martha the mom is there to mourn Chad's loss? I don't know if Martha's coming back, the mom. But we know that Mindy's going to be there. Is Martha confirmed too? Did I miss that? I see Tatted Ginger hanging out with us over on Kick, by the way. Hello. How are you? What's up? Hello, poop lady. I don't like that you're putting emojis in there that it says like win fat and then it's a picture of an eggplant. So that makes me think some sexual terrifying things is what that makes me think. But anyways, Jason Carpenter's with us. Thanks for being a channel member. Saying Scream 7 will tank without Dempsey. Huge bummer. He won't be back, and it kind of ruins a bit of the ending of Scream 3. It sure does, but, you know, in a sort of way, it almost makes sense that we wouldn't want to have a connection to Scream 3, considering Kevin Williamson didn't have anything to do with that one. Not really, you know what I mean? So now he's directing. He's like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have Mark Kincaid, this random character from a movie I didn't even write in there. Screw that. So I don't know. I guess we're just like, I guess Kevin Williamson just, this is a theory, of course, and total speculation. Maybe he just doesn't want to have anything to do with that in his new movie. You know what I mean? I could see that being the case. I could totally see that, not wanting that connection, having to force a character in there that maybe he's just not too crazy about. Just a guess, of course. I'm just speculating. I like to do that, as you guys know. But before I get to this chat here, we have a poll going right now. Who should play Mark, Joel McHale, or Patrick Dempsey? So far, Patrick Dempsey is leading by 74%. Yikes! Ooh. Now, we've welcomed a lot of shining new faces to this franchise, but it seems like not a lot of people love Joel McHale. I feel like he's destined to be a Corey Cunningham of this franchise, which I hate to say that, but feels like we're getting Scream Ends on the horizon, man. It feels like we're getting a really a movie that maybe the fans are going to be mixed about overall. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, and I feel like there's no getting around it at this point. I'm pretty damn certain about it. Stolus? What's up, fella? I like your cat drawing there. Saying maybe it's a cover-up. Maybe Patrick actually is in the film. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like they would have announced him, though, at this point. And I feel like if he's in it, why is he not her husband? Again, Radio Silence has confirmed this in interviews. That line isn't in there for no reason. I'll tell you what, why would they choose the name Mark, dude? Come on, man. You're telling me that's not supposed to be an Easter egg, like the hundreds of Easter eggs in the 2 Radio Silence movies? Come on now. Totally supposed to be Patrick Dempsey there. You can't tell me otherwise. This is a retcon. Let's just call it what it is. That's what it is. Official something. I love your Thanksgiving profile picture, though. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Hey. Welcome in. Next announcement, Melissa Barrera is back. I wish, Lewis. I wish we could get that news, but unfortunately, it seems too far and out of reach. It's a sad day. It's a strange day, I should say, is what it is. Good evening, Jake. How are you tonight? I'm good, Kyle Gordon. You and your goddamn cute-ass penguin. Did you see the trailer for A Woman in the Yard by Blumhouse? Yes, I did. It looks really interesting. I feel like that's one of those movies that could be great or could be just terrible. I have no idea. It seems like it could go down the generic route, but it comes from a really good director. I believe the same guy that directed Orphan, the original one, not the new one. So to me, it's like, okay, maybe this is something special. Well, who knows? From Blumhouse, I don't know what to expect anymore because they put out some good movies recently, but now I don't know. In most of the 2020s, it's been poop. So let's hope this isn't poop. I saw Chateau, which is a found footage horror. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Great night. It's a great time. It's a great watch. Chateau. I'll have to look into it. Paula Fitzhenry. Hello. Dr. Andy is saying, yo, I heard that they recast Mark Kincaid. What the hell? Where Patrick Dempsey at? I know, Dr. Andy. Where's he at? He's busy doing Dexter and Thanksgiving too, probably. Which, is really weird, right? He's literally in another Spyglass slasher. Why is he not in this? He's also, I don't know if you guys saw this video I did on this a little while back, but he's also in an interview talking about Scream 7. He's talking about how they were in talks to do this movie, and now now this happens. Like, what? I'm sorry, but at this point, if Patrick Dempsey is in the film as Mark Kincaid, I'm not going to be happy. He's not, you're going to tell me that she's married to someone named Mark, but not her love interest from Scream 3. I have just so many, there's so many things about that that's just like fucked up and strange. Jake, Freddie Prinze said in a podcast that Julie and Ray aren't the leads. It sucks to hear that, precisely what Hewitt said. She didn't want, I feel bad for her, so let down by the direction they chose for this new I Know What You Did Last Summer. I want to do a whole video on that. I saw that update and I just never got around to it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I posted a video like every day on this page recently. Lots of horror news to talk about this month. It's been exciting. I do want to do a whole video on I Know What You Did Last Summer, especially before this summer comes along, because I do want to talk about that one a little bit, really dive deep into just a big ol' nasty everything we know about it. Because they are, they were shooting that one, they're shooting Scream now. It's crazy. Just so much to talk about. Sammyverse is saying, hello, everyone. I'm just dropping in to say hi and give my thoughts. Throw them out, Sammyverse. Throw them out. Don't know why people hating on Until Dawn. I know it deviates from the original game, but that's what makes it better. It looks awesome. I agree, Coop to you, if I'm really excited to see that one. Did a full video talking about it. If you guys are like, what the fuck? Until Dawn, we're here to talk about Scream. Well, go on and check out my Until Dawn video if you're like, I want to see what Jake has to say about that. I really liked the trailer, personally. Perry Moberg, thank you for being a channel member. I wasn't big on Scream 5, but I watched it recently again, and it's growing on me. It's interesting with Scream 5. I was pretty hot on it at first, and now I'm like, I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate the film. I think it's got some great kills, some of the most brutal Ghostface moments from the franchise, which is sweet. I guess I just don't love the third act. I don't know. The reveal, Amber's reveal is cool, and after that, I'm just kind of like, whatever. Just kind of feels like they're pretending to be Billy and Stu at a certain point. But I like most of it. The opening scene too. That's my other the bookends of Scream 5. I don't really love that much on rewatch. Don't love the opening scene because again, I just feel like Jenna Ortega's pretending to be Drew Barrymore, and the ending, I'm like, okay, they're just pretending to be Billy and Stu. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of Billy and Stu's thing, I think. No, Jake, you don't understand. It won't be Sydney's husband. It's him and her daughter's boyfriend. Two love interest ghost faces. I don't know, dog. I don't know. We'll see about that. Fallon Vamp, thank you so much for being a channel member. I hope Mindy is the opening kill. Can't stand her. Brutal. Well, she might be. I mean, that's another question we got to get into, because trust me, we can talk about this Patrick Dempsey stuff all day, but what is up with Chad and Mindy in this movie? We don't have the other side of the core four here, but we do have these characters. Why? Is it because they're the opening kill? I mean, it could be that case, Fallon Vamp. I would not rule that out even remotely, because it is certainly a possibility. Because we've been talking about it this whole time. Like, will Chad be the opening kill? Ever since he got confirmed, we're like, that's the only place I feel like he really fits into. But supposedly, allegedly, rumor has it that the fellow was filming with Celeste O'Connor over at that restaurant that we got pictures of very recently. So again, a lot of these rumors obviously have not been true. We had a scooper say that, Patrick Dempsey had been in talks to do something with Scream 7, and now this news comes out. So what the fuck's going on? I don't know. My whole world has been turned upside down in the Scream universe. We don't know what the fuck's going on. So Chad and Mindy opening kill, I could see it, man. I definitely could see it. Because I'm not really sure how else they fit into this story, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. I want to get into. I want to talk with you guys more on all this. But Hollywood guys throwing $5 out there. Thank you for your support. Keeping the lights on here at the KillJoy Jake warehouse. This is just a stinky warehouse that I live stream from. Throwing $5 out there, saying, Jake, hello. So Patrick is not Sydney's husband. So if they hired him, then he is a ghost face. Oh. Yeah, technically there is no confirmation that he's hired. That was just smoke and mirrors talk behind the scenes, third-party sources saying that, hey, we're in talks with you. But I will say, again, going back to something that I'd reported on in the past, which came from the lips of the sexiest man alive himself. He said that he was talking with all these fellas. Say he was in talks to be in this movie, and now I don't know what's going on. So we may still get, again, we still may get an update that Mark Kincaid is in this film, but just not Sydney's husband, which again just has me scratching my head. Why are we? I don't know why. Why would you have this character in there, and then also replace the husband? I don't know. It's just so many things, so many questions, so weird. I guess a theory, that I'm coming up with off the top of my head, because I do want to make a video on all this for tomorrow. Because here's what I'm thinking, right? I don't want to make a video just talking about the news. This is a big update. If I'm going to make a video on this, I want to have a theory. Theory I'm starting to cook up now is maybe Sydney's husband is Ghostface, and her her love interest from Scream 3 is also there, Mark Kincaid. So how does this all work out for Sydney? How can Sydney have a horrible loss in this film, but also have some sort of happy ending insurance? Let's call it that, right? Well, maybe she's not happy with her husband, and she does love her kids, so she's staying with him to make sure that the kids are good at home or something. This guy ends up being a fucking dick. He's the guy under the mask trying to kill her for whatever reason. We'll figure it out at the end of the movie. And then, hey, Patrick Dempsey's single and available too. Bam! Maybe they finally get together after all these years. It's a wonderful love story that we get to see play out on screen, opposed to off screen, where apparently it happens sometime between like Screams 4, 5, and 6 behind the scenes. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate that. I know some people love coming to this franchise just for the characters. They don't even really care about the slasher elements. They want to see the goddamn story. They love these characters. So that might be a good thing to do in terms of that. But me personally, I want to see blood. I want to see guts. I want to see some shocks and surprises. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to talk about probably a little better version of that in a video tomorrow. Hopefully something that isn't so off the cuff like that today, but who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't rule out the idea of Joel McHale being Ghostface. I mean, he was literally one of the killers in It's a Wonderful Knife. And that was just like not even 2 years ago now. So I wouldn't rule it out. Could totally see that happening. He's a big name. So could see him being a big one of the killers maybe in the film. McKenna Grace, I still feel like would be a good candidate for it as well. But we'll just have to see. Hollywood Guy, thank you for the $5. I really do appreciate your support here. Let's see what else is going on out there in the universe. Do you think a lot of 2025 movie trailers will come during the Super Bowl of 2025? Absolutely. Oh yeah, every year, every time, every year during the Super Bowl, there's always some commercial that old Jake makes a video on. So I typically take a break from all of this crazy shit. I watch the whole damn game, even though my team never goes. Literally never. It never happens, unfortunately. My new team that I'm following, because I'm no longer a Browns fan, is not going either. So it's brutal. It's brutal out there, man. I just can't get one of the teams I like into the big game. I would love to see Mindy be the opening kill. Damn, so much hate for Mindy. Loved Mindy in 5, but in 6 she didn't feel like the same character. Mindy talks too much. Brutal, man. It's really funny. I was playing a scene from Scream 5 the other day when I was making a video, and my girlfriend was sitting over here, and she's like, "What is that? Like that character's so annoying." And I'm like, Mindy just can't get a break out here, man. She's just trying to be the new Randy. It's brutal. Dropping Jaws is saying exactly, maybe take revenge on Sid for ghosting him and have another Mark raise his kids. There you go. Mark replaces Mark. Sydney has a type, and they're all named Mark. I hope there's a chance Tara can come back in Scream 7, though I am not counting on it. I feel like they would have led with a Jenna Ortega announcement, right? I feel like they would have led with that. I don't know. I feel like she's not going to be in it. I already think it's too much that, the half the core 4 is there and the other half isn't. It's going to raise a lot of questions. Make me think, what the fuck is going on here? Why are the sisters not here? They better do some explaining. That's all I'm going to say. Universal Disappointment, thank you so much for being a member. Hope you're well. Thank you so much. Same to you. Happy to catch the stream. It seems like everything with Scream is really hitting the fan right now. If I didn't plan on seeing it before, I'm definitely not now. Brutal. Oh, shit. Yeah, people are really upset about the Patrick Dempsey thing. Again, another positive I have to say about this, besides the theory I just wanted to pitch, because again, I'm always trying to look on the bright side of things. Always trying to look on the bright side and not be like, okay, this is a fucked up, weird retcon. A positive is the mystery is going to be aided from this one less legacy character. Because let's be honest, it's not going to be a legacy character. They tried to make us think it was Kirby in Scream 6. Did that work though? Did that work? No. I was not believing that for 1 second. And I don't know. I mean, maybe this will be the film to finally do it, like Riley Murray's even talking about it. A legacy character being Ghostface would be different, but I can't see any of them being Ghostface. And I totally agree. I don't see like really any of them being our new killer. And if let's say Mark Kincaid, it is Patrick Dempsey, playing her husband in this new movie. Let's say that was confirmed. I don't see him being Ghostface. Why would he start killing people after everything that happened in Scream 3? I just don't see it. Same thing with Sydney, same thing with Gale at this point. No way Gale's killing people after 6 movies of being the good guy. And same thing with the Meeks Martin twins. They have no reason. They have absolutely no reason based on the last 2 films that they've been in to start killing people. It doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know. Really, the only legacy character I could have seen being Ghostface, they're all dead at this point. Cotton Weary, maybe. Could have seen him potentially going Ghostface in one of those movies. Honestly, Randy, which is a hot and weird take. Ooh, real hot. But but I don't know. I just don't. Any of the characters that are coming into this new one, I just don't see it. So, less legacy characters at this point means better mystery. Simple, plain and simple. So at least there's that. I still feel like there's too many legacy characters. 4 characters are not going to be Ghostface. We know that going into it. That's not great. I don't know what to say. Cruel ZV with a little stew doing this. I like it. Saying, hello, been dealing with a breakup. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. But other than that, good. Personally, I'm not a fan of this new actor that was announced. The theories we've made for the past 3 years on Mark Kincaid, all wasted. Ugh. I know, I'm upset. I'm a sad fella. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing, again, a lot of people are saying, well, Jake, there's more than one Mark in the world. And I'm like, I hear ya, but Radio Silence literally said in an interview, they put it in the fucking movie, that's supposed to be Mark Kincaid, dog. That was the intention there. There's a lot of Easter eggs in both of their Scream films, in Screams 5 and Scream 6, references to the entire franchise. Scream 6 is obviously a little heavier on that, but in Scream 5, that was totally supposed to be Mark Kincaid, dog. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That to me, it is a retcon. Let's call it what it is. Argue with me, but you can look up that interview. Trust me, I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. I'm citing that damn source, let me tell you. But it's just weird. It's odd. But again, maybe if I'm Kevin Williamson, maybe if I'm in his shoes and I went through everything that happened with Scream 3, I wouldn't want any connection to that film either. So I get it, it's one of those things where I'm like, I get it, but like that's kind of cemented already, dog. Kind of weird. Brian Smith, what's up, Brian? How's it going, dude? Thank you for the 5. Thanks for supporting the page. We are 2 out of the 5. We have almost met the requirements or goal requirements for Super Chats tonight. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. Thanks for the 5. Saying, do you think this movie will have any commentary on horror movies like New Rules, etc.? Or do you think they will take it to a backseat? Fuck. Do you think that will take it? Do you think that will take a backseat for this story this time? Sorry, I'm stuttering so much. It's been a day. Been talking a lot today. Brian, that's a great question because I think there is a lot to talk about in the world of horror right now, a lot to comment on especially, and to also apply that to the film itself. But something I'm really thinking about right now, going back especially to those first 2 movies, and 3 has it, 4 has it a little bit too. Fuck, even 5 and 6 a little bit. But the first 2 movies especially have an angle to the commentary where it's almost talking about how violence in movies affects violence in real life. And I almost feel like we're going to get into some of that here with Scream 7 through a modern lens. Now, I know some people hear, oh, commentary in movies, I hate that shit. Well, it's in almost every good movie there is, dog. There's a little bit of commentary in everything. And to me, I feel like we could definitely be hitting on some of that here in this film a little bit, because I feel like that conversation has it's kind of come into the zeitgeist a little more nowadays. And I feel like there's a modern way that we can look at violence in movies affecting violence in real life. And I don't know if I really want to get into all that on a live stream, but who knows? Maybe we get into that in the film Scream 7. Because again, it's something that's so prevalent with Mickey's motive, with Billy's motive, with just talking about how, what is it? Like, movies don't make psychos, it makes them more creative. I'm totally butchering that. You guys know it probably better than I do. But I think it's definitely something we could come back to, which would be a sharp way to get the commentary stuff back on track. Because I'm looking at Screams 5 and 6, and I think the commentary stuff doesn't really work for me, especially in 6. A big thing there is they're trying to comment on the franchise while also like falling back on problems that this franchise has had for a long time. So some of the commentary stuff just doesn't really work for me in that regard there, but maybe they can do something here that makes it special. Again, nothing has to be like so full in your face. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're commenting on this specific kind of movie. Scream 5 was trying to talk about requels, and Scream 4 was trying to talk about remakes. We don't have to do something along those lines to have movie commentary. We can do something a lot more simpler than that, something even maybe more subtle. But we'll see what ends up happening here with Scream 7. That's kind of where my headspace is right now, violence in movies affecting violence in real life. But we'll see what's up with that, Brian. It's a great question nonetheless, though. I really do I do hope we have a little bit of commentary, because again, Scream would not be as popular as it is without that. So, Brian, thank you for the $5. Really hoping to see something along those lines in the new Scream film. Who else is with us tonight? We got Mike 42. Where's the 41 other Mikes? It would be really funny if your name was Mark 42. No offense. I love Mike's a good name too, but but it is very funny. They're gonna say, well, Sydney never said Kincaid in Scream 5, only Mark. But come on, why announce you're in talks with Dempsey then? I know. What, dude? You are spot on, Mike. Mike, wait. Hang on now. No, you're spot on, man. And it's not even like they announced it. Like, Patrick Dempsey went on a talk show, I think it was the Today Show, like a super popular show, and said, I'm in talks to be in Scream 7. We're figuring something out. I guess they didn't figure something out. So it's, I don't know, just so much weird shit is going on behind the scenes with this movie. I have so many, I'm so worried. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. So many weird things are happening. It feels a literal retcon has just happened before us 100%. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore, dude. King Matthew III, my liege. Also, I think Scream 7 could dive deeper into Sydney's grief over losing Dewey, considering the time jump means it's the anniversary of Tatum and Dewey's death. Oh, okay, I hear what you're saying there. Maybe she's dealing with that. It's been a long time. I almost kind of would like to see Sydney almost relatively over it, you know, now that she's kind of gotten away from Ghostface's targeting her, and now here's a new one coming after her, right? Maybe something along, I don't want to say something along the lines of Halloween Ends, because I just feel like Laurie Strode is so out of character in that movie, but something close to that. Maybe something that's a little more grounded and not Sidney Prescott getting excited about Ghostface's massacring people, like how Laurie Strode seems to be in Halloween Ends. It's, God, it bugs me so much. Where can I watch your Chicken Man movie? Because I can't find it on the KillJoy Jake channel. It is over on Human Egg Productions, which is my production outfits YouTube channel. You can find that by just going to my front page here on KillJoy Jake. If you scroll all the way down, there is a playlist called My Movies, and I put it right in there. So it made it a little easier for people to see. And it's literally like the first video in their horror short film, Chicken Man. So it's right there. And then if you still can't find it, just look up Human Egg Productions. There should be a YouTube channel with nearly 250 subscribers. Go check it out. It's my new short film. It's a slasher short film. So if you guys like slasher movies, there you go. Give it a watch. Go check it out and tell me what you think. So I've had a lot of really interesting reviews come out from you guys, and I really appreciate watching all those. Thank you for making all of them. Appreciate you guys. David Kirkland is saying, do we think there's still a chance for Nicki Minaj to be cast? Please say yes. Please, David, come on now. Maybe. You never know. There's always a chance. But my Anaconda don't. I fucked that up, damn it. Joel McHale is terrible casting. Can't stand the dude's acting. Everyone loves Patrick Dempsey. Just give us Patrick Dempsey. A lot of people really hate Joel McHale. I'm almost, call me shocked. Not that I, you know, am over the moon about his acting or anything, but I don't think he's terrible. I'm a big Community fan, so I'm kind of like, I don't hate this. You know, I'm not, I don't hate my life right now. I think this is, it's not the worst choice ever, but it is weird seeing Joel McHale and Nev Campbell on screen together. I feel like it's going to be an odd mix of things I like put together. I don't know. John Dox, what's up, John? Saying, Jake, I literally just got back from a showing of Wolfman, and I hate to say it, but I left the theater and arrived home underwhelmed. John, I was kind of in the same boat, man. I don't think it was terrible. You know what I mean? I don't think it was like an awful movie. Honest to God, there are worse Blumhouse movies, dude. There are way worse Blumhouse movies, but I don't know. I walked out of the theater for this one just feeling like that wasn't even really, that might have been my least favorite Lee Winnell movie, which is like crazy to say. Which is a bummer, man, because I think he's just made banger after banger after banger until now. And I don't even want to call this movie bad. I did not hate it. But I just was not over the moon in love with it. Like I remember walking out of the theater for Invisible Man, one of the last movies I saw before the pandemic, and I was like over the moon. I'm like, this is an insane film. Loved it, scared the fuck out of me. I literally recorded a podcast that night with somebody too, and I just couldn't stop talking about it. I'm like, Invisible Man, so good. You got to see it in theaters. And Wolfman, I guess I just did not leave the theater feeling the same way. Lots of very obvious problems with it, but no spoilers yet. Some people have not seen it. Thursday early previews are happening as we speak. So go check out Wolfman this weekend. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go live again, hopefully this weekend if I can. So tell me then. Tell me then what you guys think. Hollywood Guy throwing another $5 super chat out there. Again, thank you for keeping the lights on here, fella. Saying, I could see a love triangle motive. Maybe Joel is the new husband and Kincaid is the ex with an axe to grind. No pun intended. I was kind of just talking about that. I feel like I wouldn't hate that necessarily. Like, I think it could work. And Joel McHale is like one of the biggest names in the whole cast. So I'm like, he's probably Ghostface. I don't know. I just... Especially after seeing Joel in a murder mystery very recently where he was the killer, this feels a little odd. Feels a little disappointing to potentially have him be a Ghostface killer now, just because I feel like it would be obvious. Kincaid, being this, like, someone else in town, right? That maybe has the hots for Sydney, as a lot of characters in the past have. I don't know. I could totally see it. I could totally see that happening. Opposed to just doing the whole love story behind the scenes where we just never saw it happen. Like, it almost makes you question, where was he in Scream 4? It's like, where was Mark Kincaid then? Where was Mark Kincaid, in Scream 5? So, I get it. I do get it. A lot of questions there, but I don't know. For me, it's just an odd situation overall. I feel like we totally set this up to be one thing. Now we're getting something else entirely. So I don't know. I'm just on the fence about it as of right now, but it is strange. How I'm going to end this poll, by the way, because Patrick Dempsey is leading by 76%. Doesn't seem like it's ending anytime soon. Brutal, dude. Out of 123 votes, 76% of you said Patrick Dempsey should play Mark. Oh, brutal out here. We got some Scream 3 fans who are truly upset by today's news, which is a shame. But Hollywood Guy, I could see a motive like this happening, but why is it always a character that's like either related to Sydney or someone like way too close to Sydney being Ghostface? Give me just a random fucker out there who just wants to kill Sydney for some reason, man. I want to see that at this point because it really hasn't happened. I mean, it's always been someone super close to her or had some kind of close relationship with her at one point or the other. So I don't know. We'll see what's up with it. But Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 5. Thank you for being a member of the channel as well. What else is going on here? Jacob Wells is saying, I stutter a lot in my world of being human, so don't worry, you're not alone in this. Thank you. That last super chat a while back there, though, man, I just couldn't get through it. I'm like, wow, this is a struggle. I usually have better tongue moves than that. That's gross. Why would I say that? It's terrible. Democrat resistance. Dempsey wanted more money and probably not much time. That's probably the case. Could be something along those lines, which does suck. But the other thing too is we're probably going to see him in Thanksgiving too. Let's be honest. They gave a big tease at the end that he's going to come back and be probably the killer again in that movie in some capacity. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see how that all shakes out. But at least we're getting him in something still, some kind of fun horror movie. But it would have been nice to see him come back here for sure. RJ Skorenki, what's up, RJ? Saying, hey there, Jake. I just got back from shopping. This Scream 7 news is totally nuts. Oh, it's nuttier than my crap this morning, let me tell you. And I eat a lot of nuts. Lighting Ghost is saying, I don't know, man. I thought Joel was horrible and It's a Wonderful Knife, and he usually only does comedy stuff, but I guess we'll see. He does usually only do comedy stuff. And I don't even know if it's his performance that was so terrible about It's a Wonderful Knife, but that twist just isn't very good in that movie, in my opinion. I get it. Like, I think, if you understand the commentary of that film, I get where they're going with it, but it just felt a little too forced maybe tried to just build up your central antagonist a little more is what I thought. I also think it was just really funny, the fact that no one in the town could figure it out after, Winnie figures it out in like the opening scene of that movie. That to me is just so funny. I wish they would have ran with that a little more, I guess. But this whole twist with the dad, it does feel a little more like filler. I guess it's a thematic thing, but the whole drones thing. But if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's okay. But Lightning Ghost, thank you for being a member of the page, by the way. And yeah, Joel McHale in the Scream movie. It's a weird casting choice. I'm not gonna lie. It's a strange one for sure. Colton? What's up, Colton? How's it going? Thank you for the big super chat there, my friend. Appreciate you. I don't know. The more I look at him, the more I see someone like Joel McHale being who someone like Sydney ends up with. He gives off Randy Meeks vibes. Let's not forget, Scream does have comedy. Hey, that is true. I mean, Scream is, I don't want to say it's comedy-centric, right? But I think one of the biggest things about it that made it the stellar, super popular horror franchise that it is today is the meta commentary, meta comedy. There is jokes that comes along with all that. Scream wouldn't be what it is without a lot of the jokes aimed towards other horror movies, man. So no, I hear you. I hear you on that a lot. And maybe Joel's going to be a vehicle for that. And in that case, okay, I feel like that works. His very dry delivery on Community especially, I find very funny. So maybe he's able to apply some of that here. I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like he does stick out like a sore thumb with the rest of the cast. And it's not like I hate, again, I actually kind of like Joel McHale, but it is a strange choice. I will say that. Him and Sydney, man, like, I don't know. It is odd to me. I hear what you're saying about the Randy Meeks vibe, though. She would probably end up with like like a geek, that kind of vibe. And I almost kind of wish that her and Randy did end up together because I feel like that almost kind of works, right? Be with the guy who knows everything about horror movies so that you can survive the situations that she's constantly thrown into. It feels like a perfect pairing. But I don't know. Maybe Joel's going to be a similar character to that. Maybe they go a different direction. Maybe he's Ghostface. I don't know. I just feel like if you have 3 kids with someone, why is this guy going to start dressing up in a in a Ghostface costume and robe and try to kill you? I don't know. I don't know. So I kind of hope he's not the killer. I feel like it would be a little predictable. But we'll see. We'll see what's up with all that. Colton, I really do appreciate the big super chat. It's a strange time. It is a strange time, but hopefully we'll be able to learn to accept it. And hopefully it works. Hopefully it rocks, Hopefully it's something good. But Colton, I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much. The Zaza is in the house. Yeah, Zaza 420. You were Democrat resistance a minute ago, and now you're this. You know what? I dig it. Zaza 420. I have a theory. It involves true crime and mental illness with everything we know so far. Okay. I'm listening. I'm listening for sure. Definitely be into some of that. I'm excited. Jasmine Savoy Brown is back. Yes, Chaston. This is exciting to me personally because again, I consider myself a fan of Screams 5 and 6. Some people hate those movies with their whole life. I read all the comments, so I know some people just think this is the biggest disgrace of a film ever. But I don't know. I think they're Screams 5 and 6. They're fun movies. And they got, again, I think they have some really good moments from the entire franchise. I love the kills in 5 and 6. Big standout to me from those movies for sure. But it's cool to see them back. I do wonder if they're the opening kill. That's kind of where my mind is at. I don't know what part they'll play in this story, honestly. I don't know what they'll be doing here without, the rest of the core 4. They seemed like they were so strong, together. And now they're broken up. I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen with all that, but we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Who else is with us tonight? We have Cody. What's up, Cody? Bubbles is the profile picture. Love it. Howdy, Jake and chat. Hope all is well. Can't stay long. Just wanted to swing by for a bit. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you. Thanks for swinging it all around. Casper's Eye Saga is saying Kincaid died in the front line during... Oh, my God. It's terrible. It'd be a horrible backstory for this character. Jesus. And then Sydney just found another mark. I need another... I can't... I just can't do anybody else except a Mark. It's got to be Mark. Oh my God, we did our goal, fellas. That's crazy. We We've only been streaming for 40 minutes. We already got the goal here. That's awesome. Good stuff. G. Claire Podcast throwing $5 out there. Thank you for the support. Saying Sydney should have married Mark Paul Gosselaar. He could hit Ghostface with a brick cell phone. I feel like some people are going to get this joke, and I just don't, unfortunately. But maybe. She's into Marks. We've established that. we have established that, damn it. But G. Claire Podcast, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't even know what's going on anymore. We could get an announcement tomorrow that is announcing that Gene Simmons is in Scream 7 at this point. I don't know. Anyone can be in Scream 7 at this point right now. Even this fella with his brick cell phone. But G. Claire Podcast, I appreciate the $5. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Scream 7. Not anymore. Maybe at one point, but not anymore. Laura Monaco, what's up? How's it going? I see you got Olaf the Snowman there in the profile picture. Saying, absolutely horrible decision. I'm broken. This will ruin any time I watch Scream 3. I hate this. Brutal, man. Brutal, Laura. Yes, people are upset. People are not happy with this at all. And, it's kind of hard to even make the legacy character argument I was talking about earlier, because I always try to look on the bright side. I always try to find silver linings to all this stuff. It's a weird decision. I don't like it. But I do try to look on the bright side. And one of those things was, hey, that's one less legacy character. So maybe we can be suspicious of Joel McHale. Maybe he's part of the mystery. But then I'm still thinking about it. And I'm like, we still have 4 legacy characters in this film. And Kirby might even be here too, which is 5. And that is almost the same amount of legacy characters in Scream 6, which I feel like detracted from the mystery big time. We were easily able to figure out who a lot of the killers were in the last film, because most of them were people returning from previous films. And it's real hard to write one of those characters as being Ghostface, especially the ones we have here. So I don't see Sydney, Gale, Chad, or Mindy being our killer in the new film. I just don't see it happening. We're going into Scream 7 knowing they're not going to be the killer. So now, at least there's, I guess, just trying to make things more positive, cheer things up here. At least there's that. The mystery is slightly better, a small fraction of a percentage better, but not really that much, right? Boomer here is saying, theory, Mindy will die in the opening scene, which will cause Chad to leave Tara to go to where she was murdered. Martha and Celeste, his cousin, will be there and dealing with the loss of Mindy. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that all that much. Maybe one of them why, I guess that's my question, is why would Mindy be there though without Chad? Maybe Celeste is his cousin. Maybe that ends up happening and she's the opening kill. Well, and here's the other thing too. Rumor had it that Mason Gooding and Celeste O'Connor were both filming in the same place. So maybe they are related in some capacity. And Chad is there visiting, and then Ghostface comes out of nowhere and starts getting a little stab happy. Something like that could be the case. That could be kind of crazy, and that brings both of them into the story. I'm not against that either, Boomer. I kind of like something along those lines of someone dies from the Meeks Martin family, brings them all back together. Now all the Ghostface victims, except for the 2 who were fired from the last movie, or one was fired, Now, I don't want to go through all the... I've talked that to death over the last 2 years. But yeah, they all get back together. They're all kind of in the same area. Ghostface is coming after him for whatever reason again. Bam! Story. E. Thanos is saying, what did you think of the monkey trailer? Oh, it looked really good. I'm really excited for the monkey. That new poster is sick, by the way. Love that new poster. If you guys haven't seen that new poster, it's really, really funny. Some funny shit going on there. It's a big blurb, big paragraph of a bunch of crazy shit that happens in the movie. It's crazy, but I actually kind of like it. Jason Carpenter throwing $2 out there. Thank you for being a member, saying happy 77th birthday to the GOAT, John Carpenter. It is John Carpenter's birthday, ladies and gentlemen, which is a big happy thing, which is awesome. Happy birthday, John. But we do have some sad news considering horror legends today. Rest in peace, David Lynch. Man, that one honestly hurts. David Lynch is he's a master of horror in his own regard. An insane creative, has made some crazy things in his time, and we've lost him today, which is really unfortunate. So rest in peace, Mr. Lynch, and John Carpenter, happy birthday. So it's a strange day for the masters of horror, I'll tell you what. But I am happy that John Carpenter is still with us. I am lucky and very happy, very grateful for that. hopefully he gives us at least one more movie. Fingers crossed. Jason, thank you for the $2. Really do appreciate you. Did you see any spoilers in the Monkey trailer that came out today? Because I have not watched it yet. Again, they've been talking a lot about how a lot of the kills happened, like that new poster I was just talking about. Kind of gets into some of that stuff, so maybe avoid that if you really don't want to know anything, but I feel like this movie is going to be it's going to be goofy, you know what I mean? It's a horror comedy. Maybe not too much to spoil there. Chase, what's going on? Moser Movie Reviews saying, that's what I was going to say, is that if Mark Kincaid comes back as her husband, there's no way he's going to be a killer, but now this guy is in the mix, and I could totally buy it. At least there's that, right? Chase, we got to find the positives here, and that's one of them. that's something. I'll look at it. Looking at it that way, it's makes this situation a little better, right? Hollywood Guy throwing $2 out there again. Thank you so much, my friend. Saying, do you know how long the time jump is in the movie? So for the record, this time jump talk is just a rumor. Just a rumor going around. We have no idea if that's actually going to happen or not. It doesn't really have to happen either. It really doesn't have to happen at all. Because I think, to me, everyone's looking at, well, the baby in Scream 5 is supposed to be Isabel May's character, but that's not technically true. She can have multiple kids. There's nothing wrong with that. So that, personally, that's fine. That works for me. It's not the same situation as Sydney literally saying, oh, yeah, I'm married to Mark, everything's good. And then radio silence confirming in an interview that, yes, they meant Mark Kincaid by that. That's a little different, right? That's to apples and oranges there. But time jump in this movie, I don't know if we'll see a huge time jump or not. Scream does not need it. Personally, I think Scream makes a lot more sense to set in the current day, so that you can do current horror commentary. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe you're doing something a little more ambitious with it if you do too big of a time jump. But we'll see, we'll see what ends up happening if they do end up doing something along those lines. I think it's been enough time. I think, by 2026, enough time has passed. That's fine. That'll be good for a story, personally. So, Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 2. Appreciate that support there. I like Scream and Ice Cream. Love that name. And I love this profile picture too. It's Ghostbusters with Ghostface. That's sick. Can't wait to see The Substance in theaters at a fan event Saturday. Wasn't able to catch it in theaters last year. I really want to see it again. I would love to. It's back in theaters. I'm so busy this weekend. I have a bunch of stuff going on. Just buddy's got some shows, and they're a lot happening. I would love to see this movie again, though. It was easily my favorite horror film from 2024. If you guys missed this one, see it in theaters this weekend. They're re-releasing it. People loved it so much. So there you go. Did Patrick pass on the movie, or did they decide to go this route with a different Mark as her husband? I have terrible hiccups. I don't know what's going on here, but that could, it's all speculation. It's all smoke and mirrors questions at this point. Did Patrick Dempsey pass on it? Well, here's the thing. I know a lot of people are still very excited for Scream 7, but you can't deny that, yes, there's a little bit of taboo energy with this project in particular because of everything that happened with Melissa Barrera. It's just a controversial subject. It makes you question why Spyglass fired her over something that she clearly didn't mean. But there's a lot going on with this project. There's a lot of things with this one where some people may not want to be in it for that reason. You might notice that the cast for Scream 7 is maybe not as explosive as something like Scream 5 that had, Mikey Madison from a Tarantino movie from before. It had, Jack Quaid, who's on The Boys, which is like one of the most popular shows over on Amazon Prime. There's just a lot of big actors and actresses in that movie. Now in this film, it's people who aren't, and not that star power is everything, and Scream has picked up people who aren't as popular before. That's kind of like a big staple of the franchise, but it's, you don't have too many big stars besides a lot of the people who are returning from previous entries. So, I think that could be that could play a factor into it. Maybe Mark wanted more money to do something like that, or maybe he's just busy. He's got a lot going on, dude. They're about to, I believe they're filming Thanksgiving 2 right now, which he might be in that, as we know from that little stinger scare at the end of Thanksgiving. He's probably going to be in that one. And he was also doing the Dexter stuff, so maybe he just doesn't have time to get that in, in his schedule. Scheduling conflicts are a big thing that it happens to the best of us, and it does happen to people who love working with certain folks. A big recent example is Anya Taylor-Joy for Nosferatu. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever read any interviews with Anya Taylor-Joy talking about Robert Eggers, but she just loves his movies. She wants to be in his movies so bad. I remember reading this interview. It was Robert Eggers specifically talking about The Lighthouse, which is a film that has a cast of like technically three people. And he was saying, he's like, I love working with Anya Taylor-Joy. She was, of course, in his previous film, The Witch. She had said something along the lines of wanting to voice the seagull in that movie. That's how badly she wanted to be in this film. And she was supposed to be in Nosferatu, but couldn't because of scheduling conflicts, which is a shame. Even though, like I said, she loves working with Robert, just couldn't make it happen. So scheduling conflicts, I mean, that's just something that happens. It's business at the end of the day. We all want to do what we want to do, but sometimes we can't. So that could be the situation as well. We don't know. Let's give Patrick Dempsey the benefit of the doubt, though, for now. for now, right? For the love of rock, what's up, fella? How's it going? Saying, now that the half the core four is involved in Scream 7, are we going to get a repeat of Scream 6, where Gail talks about Sydney's absence? Now the Meeks will talk about the Carpenter sisters' absence. I imagine that could be the case. They all come on and say something along the lines of, well, they're safe back in New York or something, right? I think that would be cool to pay some kind of respect to them. Hopefully, hopefully they don't just leave those characters in the dust. We were following them for 2 whole movies, man. Mr. Francis makes me think of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Hello, Jake. Do you remember me? Henrique from Brazil. I changed my YouTube channel name. Hello, Henrique, maybe. Hello from Brazil. How are you? Welcome in. welcome. Plot twist, both marks are Ghostface. X marks the spot for Ghostface. Ah, shit, it was right there in front of us. Screen light, brutal. Off topic, but I can't with that photo of David Howard Thornton as Steamboat Willie for Screamboat. If you guys haven't seen this yet, by the way, this is absolutely hysterical. I have it ready to go because we were talking about it on stream the other night. This is Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton, playing Mickey Mouse. And man, what is happening here? What is this movie? What is going on in this film, man? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's going to be a wild one. I'm excited to see what it's all about. BJ Paulin is saying, what are your thoughts about Mindy? And who do you think Celeste is playing? Just joined the chat, so sorry if it was asked. You're all good, dog. Welcome in. That's what this stream is all about, talking about this crazy shit. I'm excited to see Mindy back personally. I really do like the core four. I know some people are like, Mindy sucks. Get her out of here. Have her be the opening kill or something. But I think it's cool to have her back personally. It's going to be fun. There was a theory going around earlier that Celeste O'Connor could be playing someone related to the Meeks Martins, family. Maybe she's like our opening kill, which is what brings them into the story in the first place. Maybe, she's someone who lives in Sydney's hometown just by happenstance or wherever, not hometown, but wherever Sydney is living now. I don't know, what's going to be the case with that. That was a cool theory though. And I really did like it because we need some reason to bring them into the story. From the little that we know, they don't really live in the same area. So why are the Meek Martins twins there? What's going on? What's happening there? I could see something along those lines happening. That could be cool, but yeah, I just want a good story, man. And it's things are looking weird, man. Things are getting real fuzzy and real strange in the Scream world. I'll tell you what. I want to go back in the chat because I know I missed some stuff there. I want to see what else was said. Frank G is saying, do you think Jasmine Savoy Brown increases chances of Heather Matarazzo returning, or do you think that Kevin Williamson hates Scream 3 and won't entertain the idea? Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of shocked that the Meeks Martin twins are even here in the first place because they're kind of somewhat a product of Scream 3, if you think about it, right? Randy's sister was a Scream 3 invention, and then now she is the mother of 2 characters that have been prevalent in the last couple of films. So technically, without Scream 3, we wouldn't have the Meeks Martin twins. So crazy to think about. But but yeah, I don't know. I doubt she comes back. I'll be completely honest. Especially with how little of a role she had in Scream 5. She kind of just popped into a scene, had a couple lines, and peaced out. So I think that's probably going to be, I don't imagine she'll be in this new one, even though it would be kind of cool to see that. I had so many theories before all the news came out about Scream 7 that characters from previous films weren't going to be in there. A lot of theories about, maybe Mindy goes back home or something after being I had some theory about Mindy being traumatized. I can't even remember what it was now, but something about bringing Martha back into the story, having her be in there for more than just like a cameo appearance, like how she was in her 2 Scream appearances now. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Derek is saying Kincaid lived in Hollywood. Sydney doesn't. It was never confirmed that she was married to him. It was all just assumed. It will be fine. Plus, Kevin didn't work on 3, so he has no connection to it. So technically, yes, it was confirmed that Sydney was married to Mark Kincaid. It is a retcon because the Radio Silence guys have confirmed that in an interview. And also, Mark, it's it's right there. Kincaid lived in Hollywood. Sydney doesn't. I mean, yeah, but the ending of Scream 3 really implies that he's very into her and is kind of like a member of the gang now, right? And a lot of people were speculating, oh, okay, that means they probably got married off screen. But I don't know. But technically, yes, this is a retcon. However you want to look at it, Radio Silence, who were our new creatives at one point, did bring that to the table. So that is actually. That is a thing. That was the intention there. No matter how obvious. Mark 2.0 is just a bad idea in my opinion. It's strange. And for Joel McHale to replace him. Again, I don't hate Joel McHale. I think he's a silly little guy. I think he's got some silly moments in other movies, but I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about this. It's going to be strange to see them on screen together. I know, my biggest frame of reference when it comes to Joel McHale is playing Jeff Winger over on Community, and he's like kind of known for being a bit of a womanizer, not necessarily a like a good father figure style of character. So I don't know. I really don't know how to feel. I really don't know how to feel about this because I almost feel like they are setting him up to be a Ghostface, and that's just really obvious to me. Not just because of a lot of the other characters he's played, but also just because, It's a Wonderful Knife, really his biggest horror credit. He's the killer, I hate to spoil that for you, but it's pretty, it's a little obvious at a certain point. I will say that. So I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything too big. That movie is one of those, it's a kind of a fresh take on murder mystery anyways. Like they kind of give you who the killer is in the first 10 minutes and then there's more to it kind of thing. Right. So it's, I don't know. Mark 2.0, it's just odd to me. What was Christopher Landon's original role in the film before he quit, and were you looking forward to him being involved in Scream 7? Drizzy Fest, absolutely. He was going to be the director of the film, and I think he would have been a perfect choice. After seeing a lot of his work, especially some of the movies he's like directed, a lot of the later ones, not so much like the Paranormal Activity stuff. Do love those films, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Freaky, Happy Death Day. He's heavily involved with Heart Eyes, obviously, too. And all these movies definitely take inspiration from Scream. I think he would have been perfect for the role. And it sucks that he had to quit, but just a lot of bad juju with this project for the last couple of years, unfortunately. And I think it would have been awesome. I think a Christopher Landon directed Scream film would have been great, but it just wasn't in the cards, It's a shame. Really is a shame that we didn't get that, but I'm excited to see what Kevin Williamson does. I do think I like him better as a writer personally, because I don't really know how, again, he's only directed one other movie, so he doesn't have a ton of experience in this specific field, but he has, he's written a lot. He's done a lot of different creative things. He's been on a ton of different film sets. I think he think he at least has an idea of what he's doing. It's not like they're just throwing it at anybody, right? So I don't have no, I don't. It's not. I'm not trying to say I don't have any faith in the guy. He created this franchise after all, right? So he should have some sort of idea of how to direct a Scream film. Since the killers in 5 and 6 sort of mirror 1 and 2, do you think it's possible this one pulls some elements from Scream 3 for symmetry, particularly with having just the one ghost face? Honestly, after this decision in particular, I can very confidently say that I don't think the mystery for Scream 7 will even remotely be parallel to Scream 3. And I think the biggest thing for that is just because it's like, why would they make this Mark character who was, I see people in the chat saying it's not a retcon. It's a retcon, dog. Like I'll actually put the interview in the on screen so that you guys can see it. With radio silence, because they have confirmed, yeah, that's Mark Kincaid, dude. Like I'll actually throw it up on screen here, because that was the intention, dog. Like it or not, no matter how subtle, that was the intention. I just think, to me, for them to be retconning something like that, to cut out an entire character and who knows what the purpose was, whatever the reason was behind it, but it does feel a little bit like they're just trying to get away from Scream 3. And maybe that's because the director, again, maybe he doesn't really like that project because he was cut out of it in the first place. His ideas were like quite literally tossed aside because of some things going on at the time, which, again, not stuff I want to get into here. But yeah, it's crazy. I really think that if that was a complaint that you had about Screams 5 and 6, that they were just a little too close to like films that they were kind of mirroring the first two movies, that might be another positive to look for here, is that Scream 7 likely won't have any sort of symmetry to Scream 3's mystery, which in my opinion is a good thing, because it could be fresh, in that regard. Scream 6 especially, I feel like the mystery was one of the worst parts, and I would really hope that they're able to do something fresh for this new movie. And let me throw this up on screen, because I I know some people don't believe me. Some people want to say, well, you're just making that up, Jake. That wasn't supposed to be Mark Kincaid. I saw this go. I got to give credit to someone on Twitter was talking a little bit about this, and I saw it and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. That was fun. But yeah, so this was from Entertainment, and Matt and Tyler say Mark Kincaid. Yeah, it is officially on record. Mark Kincaid is Sid's husband. I mean, Matt Bettinelli-Olphin literally said Mark Kincaid is Sid's husband. That is on record, my friends. So yeah, I mean, that's a thing. You know what I mean? That's a thing, dog. So it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Crazy altogether. Scream 7 seems more to be in line with Weak Sauce H2O, if you ask me. Easily the lamest set of side characters in a Scream movie now. Yeah. I mean, again, I think we have to give them a little bit of a benefit here, a little benefit of the doubt, because we haven't met them yet. I'm not like over the moon about this cast like how I was with Screams 5 and 6. But I'm still I'm holding out. I'm holding out hope. I don't want to completely give up on it yet, even though like there's been some weird updates, especially today. Well, not especially today. There's just been weird updates for a long time now, but I could see this one falling. I've been talking about it for a while now. I'm worried that this one will fall a little flat. Hopefully not. I really hope it doesn't, because I think it would be fun to see, Sidney Prescott's big return, but we'll see. Patiently waiting for a Kirby announcement. That possibly could still come here, Austin. So they are, rumor, not even really a rumor, Production Weekly has reported that they are doing some sort of Kirby spin-off movie. So if she's not in this one, she may be in that other movie. But I imagine if they are trying to set up a spin-off franchise or a spin-off movie, whatever, they could do a little setup for that in the main timeline. Not a bad way to advertise the next thing, right? I mean, Marvel's been doing it for God knows how long. So, I mean, it works, Marvel movies sometimes make money. My Scream 7 theory is Mark Kincaid will die in the 7th entry, and other Mark is a friend of, so I will say, in the news article that came from today, it was confirmed that yes, this new character, Mark Evans, is her husband. That is actually confirmed in the article and everything. So no, this is going to be her husband, and Mark Kincaid is likely out of the picture. But I don't know. Some people are still saying that Mark Kincaid could be in this film, and to me, that's just you're just retconning stuff at that point. Scott Royston saying, hey, what's up? Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Chris Avalon is saying, not sure if it was mentioned because I just finished my own stream, but Jasmine Savoy Brown was just announced. It sure was, Chris. She sure was, I should say. I can't believe it. I am hyped to have half the core 4 here, but I miss Melissa and Jenna. I will say that. Melissa Barrera's character, easily my favorite new Scream character from the last couple movies. Really liked what they did with Sam Carpenter. So I really wish we could see her back, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen, unfortunately. But it would be nice. Would be nice to get her back. Not that it will happen, but we never knew anything about Jill's father if they decide to go the family route again. I just, man, I don't know. I just, to me, like, there's so many different motives they could explore with Ghostface. I would like for them to go down those routes, you know, try something else out. We've done the whole, you know, Sydney has this horrible family past, and that has worked for some movies. That's cool. But, you know, now it's like where the franchise, the space of horror is completely different. The franchise has gone down different directions. Give me different Ghostface motives. Why are we always trying to force family stuff? You know, this isn't Fast and Furious. This is Scream, damn it. We can do more than just soap opera family dramas, in my opinion. But, you know, again, who knows? Who knows what ends up happening for real, though. Zon Yi, what's up, fella? Thanks for the $2, saying Scream 10 needs to be in space. Ghost space. In space, no one can hear you scream. I mean, it's right there, you know. Since 1979, it's been right there. But maybe they'll jump the shark. I mean, feels like they're already doing that, right? Maybe we'll jump the shark and Ghostface will go to space. A mystery on a space station in the middle of space. You can't call for help out there. That actually, you know, honestly, maybe not Scream, maybe not for this franchise, but a murder mystery in a space station. I mean, that sounds kind of fun. That would be a cool movie. Not a Scream movie, but I would be interested in murder mystery on a space station, or I love anything where any type of isolated setting. I feel like it's just really scary to me. I love shit like that. So, The Thing, for instance, is great. I've always wanted to see a movie like Dead Space, for instance, where it's like basically The Thing in space. Would love a movie like that. I know John Carpenter has been talking about wanting to do something along those lines for years now. Who knows if we actually get it, but crazy stuff there. Scream 10 needs to be in space. Thank you for the $2 though, man. Really do appreciate you a bunch. What else is going on here? So I was looking on Twitter, and on Bloody Disgusting, it says Mindy will return to Woodsboro. It says Mindy will return to Woodsboro. Interesting. I don't think we're going back to Woodsboro. Don't know if that's actually the case here, but that is it. That's cool that we said that, though. That's cool that was the way it was phrased. I actually kind of want to see that now. Now I'm like, ooh. Curious what all that's about. Yeah, Mindy coming back is cool, though, I will say. I really do appreciate the fact that at least some remnants, some pieces of the Scream 5 and 6 puzzle are going to be present here. Yeah, Mindy Meeks will return to Woodsboro as Jasmine Savoy Brown is officially signed on to Scream 7 per Variety. That comes from Bloody Disgusting. That's interesting. Cool. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I don't think we're going back to Woodsboro. We've done so many movies in Woodsboro at this point. Again, move on. You know, we gotta move on from the past a little bit with Scream. Perry, thank you again for the 5. Thanks for supporting the page. Saying Scream movies are almost 30 years old. We should have more than 7 movies. Well, trust me, that's going to change here soon, because, you know, rumor has it there's a spin-off movie, and Scream 8 is even being talked about, tossed around in probably some kind of meetings with studios. So I would not be shocked at even in the least if we got another movie after this. I know a lot of people are saying right now they're just preying on the downfall of Scream 7, but I mean, you got to remember this is one of the most popular horror franchises of all time. Even if Scream 7 is a piece of dog shit, it will make money. Halloween Ends. I hated it. You know, me personally, I just was not a fan. Just one of the worst movies I think I've covered on this page. And it still made $100 million. Still made a ton of money like that. So to me, it's like, even if this is a piece of poop, takes a big old crap in our mouths, it's still going to make money. That's just the kind of franchise we're talking about. But yeah, I definitely see more movies coming for sure. So, and that's another positive too, because even if this movie sucks, maybe the next one will be better. So who knows? But Perry, thank you for the $5. Let's hope we get some more movies soon. You know, I definitely would like to see some more mysteries, some more Ghostface mysteries attempted. I think there's so many more different Ghostfaces that we could play around with, different things we could comment on in the horror space that different movies could really get into. But it all just depends. It all just depends on where we want to take the franchise. If we want it to evolve or just keep staying the same. Miami Vibes throwing $5 out there. What's up, Miami Vibes? Give us what we want, damn it. Harrison Ford, Danny McBride, and Conan O'Brien under the masks. Cinema. God, Miami Vibes, why aren't you writing the next movie, damn it? Conan O'Brien was born to be a Ghostface killer. I love that. That is the most like eclectic bunch of people too. You just like you really just pulled like 3 stars that have nothing to do with each other. That is a really interesting bunch there, Miami. That's crazy. No, I love that a bunch. At this point, man, I just want a good mystery, and maybe something so shocking like that would be unexpected. Wouldn't be what I would think, but. But Miami Vibes, thank you for the 5. I appreciate your support. Let's hope that it's the fucking talk show host under the mask this time around. That would be pure cinema. Oh, and thank you for supporting the page, my friend. Appreciate you a bunch. Now that Chad and Mindy are in 7, I think they got Dewey and Randy. I think they'll get the Dewey and Randy death treatment again, with Chad dying after Mindy. Mindy? Fuck. Ooh, what just happened? Just lost my little screen. I for a second there, I thought that I lost y'all. Okay, but no, but yeah, I could totally see them. I could see them being the opening kill. It's been a thing we've been theorizing tonight about. And if that were the case, I think I would be sad. I think that would suck, but I think it would also establish that whoever is under the mask this time around isn't fucking here to play, man. I mean, Chad took several stabs to the chest. To his vital organs and still survived somehow, goddammit. So if he gets taken out in the opening scene, this Ghostface is not here to play, dude. You know what I mean? So that to me could be a cool way to do that, a really brutal way to do it too. But again, I don't know. The official Scream Instagram account reposted, said the article that says returning to Woodsboro. I think someone somewhere fucked up. I think it's just, again, to me, I think it's just the idea that there was actually one of the articles I was reading today had a big fuck up in it. So, again, these things happen. Sometimes I say the wrong shit in videos and people love to leave me 1,000 comments on it, opposed to the actual thing I'm talking about, which, isn't frustrating, of course, but it's the internet. Of course, you're going to get shit like that. But something that I saw today in an article that was just so blatantly wrong was someone was talking about, Joel McHale joins the cast today alongside Isabel May, who's playing Sydney's daughter, returning from the 2022 film. And I'm like, that's so wrong, it hurts. Like, it's like you didn't see the film. You just didn't see Scream 5, dog. It's what that tells me. But shit like that happens, you know what I mean? It happens all the time. I hope Scream 7 doesn't suck, although it probably will. What have I been saying? Halloween Ends made $105 million is probably the way that Jason would say that. And it was released for free on Peacock. Slam dunk, Jake. You're right. Halloween Ends is the best movie ever, Jason. Why would I ever disgrace such an excellent film? No, I'm just kidding. Jason and I like to go back and forth on Halloween Ends. But I love it. I love our banter. T. Tanza, what's up, Tanza? Saying, Jake, do you still think that McKenna Grace is going to be Ghostface in Scream 7? Honestly, I was pretty set on it until this Joel McHale thing kind of puts a whole monkey wrench into the whole situation. Joel McHale is probably going to be Ghostface. I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty sold on that. And I'm thinking about the way they announced stuff today. I'm thinking about the way the news trickled out. What did they, how did they do this? Joel McHale is in the film playing Mark Evans, who's definitely our killer. And then, Jasmine Savoy Brown is back. We're announcing that. Hey, Jasmine Savoy Brown, guys, Mindy's back from Scream 5 and 6. Why would they do that? Why would they do that back to back? It's because they don't want to put the focus on Joel McHale. But it's really hard not to have the focus on Joel McHale. What do you mean? Of course he's Ghostface. Joel, I'm calling it. He's at least one of the killers. I don't know, maybe McKenna Grace is the other one. Why are they working together? I couldn't tell you. But I feel like somehow, some way, he's going to be our killer in this movie. And I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I don't know if it's going to work for me. I don't know if that's going to be good. But we'll see. And maybe not. Maybe I'm dead wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But man, I don't know. He's a big name. It's always a big name who's the killer. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. That's all I can say. Do you think we'll ever get a plus-size Ghostface killer? I say, hey, listen, why not? Anyone can be Ghostface. Anyone can be behind the Ghostface mask is what I say. Radio Silence may have said Kincaid was the intention, but it wasn't confirmed in the movies, so it's okay that it's Mark Evans. I'm going to stop fighting people on this, but if you write something into a script and that was your intention, even at the most subtlest, I mean, yeah, they didn't write the script, but you get my point. Like, yeah, that was totally supposed to be an Easter egg, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, he didn't say the last name. Like, I don't. It's an odd thing to fight me on. That's all I'm going to say. JPR is saying, hey, Jake, have seen the Red Band trailer of The Monkey. It's basically Final Destination meets Toy Story. That's really funny. Yeah, no, it's definitely got some Final Destination vibes to it, for sure. Looks, I made a video about this like late in December, and I on the thumbnail, I wrote like something like Art House Final Destination. It does look a lot like that, and it is weird that it's coming from the director who specifically said he does not watch modern horror films, yet is clearly taking inspiration from modern horror films. Does it seem like I don't like Oz Perkins? That would be weird if it seemed like that. But but I'm still gonna see The Monkey because I really do like this story from Stephen King, and I'm excited to see what they end up doing with it. I hope it doesn't suck. I hope the kills are good. I don't watch modern horror movies. Shut up. God, that made me so mad. Movie Misfits video is saying, isn't Anna Camp playing her neighbor? Then my prediction, Ghostface will be Anna Camp, Joel McHale having a secret affair. And that could definitely be the case. I could totally see that being the situation here. Anna Camp, like, again, I'm not trying to profile or anything like that, right? But I could see her playing a Karen-esque neighbor who's very angry, could easily be a villain in something, I guess. Have that I'm entitled to all of this mentality. So totally could see her being one of the killers, and exactly what you're talking about there, Movie Misfits video. Something along those lines happening there. So wouldn't be against that. McKenna Grace may end up being our opening kill then. There is also that. First, Taco Bell discontinued their chicken nuggets, and now Dempsey isn't returning his mark. At least Nintendo dropped a reveal trailer for Switch 2. What a weird day for news. Fuck, all that happened today? Damn, dude. I missed the Taco Bell discontinuation, man. That sucks. I never got to try those. I didn't hear like great things though. I just heard they were like regular Tyson chicken nuggets pretty much. But yeah, Switch 2. That's cool. That's exciting. That's exciting stuff. What did you guys think about the Until Dawn trailer, by the way? I fucking loved it. I thought that was sick. So there's been some good horror news today, guys. We can't look past that. Damn it. There's at least that string of minor disappointments. Truly, it truly is a disappointment that we're not getting chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. Damn it. Not anymore. I eat, drink, sleep, and breathe Halloween Ends. I think Corey Cunningham probably smells a little bit though, my dude. I don't know if I'd want to be smelling him. He hangs out in the sewers. He probably smells like rotten chocolate milk. He drinks a lot of it, as we know. And the funniest thing about that to me, and I'll never stop ripping on this film, is Rowan Campbell can't even make it through some of his lines in the behind the scenes. Like, he's actually laughing through the chocolate milk lines that he has to say, and it's like he knows it's ridiculous. I don't know. Anyways, I'm very angry about this, says John. I'm so angry. I'm angry too. It sucks. Can't they just recast Mark back to Patrick Dempsey? Yeah, can we still do that? Is that still possible? Joel McHale is down in Atlanta right now, filming with them, making something. I think the best we can do right now is hope for the best. I hope it's good. Doesn't the Until Dawn movie continue plots from the games, or am I thinking something else? So you're close. It's actually exactly the opposite of that. That sounded so demeaning. I'm sorry, but no. The issue everyone has with it is that it's so far off from the games. It's completely different characters, a whole new like situation and setup. It's got like this like a different kind of supernatural setup, and some fans of the games are just not a fan of it. They're like, this just isn't Until Dawn. This is a cool horror movie, but it's not Until Dawn. My thing about it, my argument is that they've adapted the gameplay experience of Until Dawn to the screen, and I think that's cool. And that's something that really interests me, and I'm excited to see where it goes next. I'm excited to see this movie. I think it's going to be fun. I don't know if do I love the writers of this film? I don't know. I'm maybe on the fence. They're kind of hit or miss with me personally. I do really like David F. Sandberg, though, directing, coming back to horror. I hate that the news articles are saying the Shazam guy, because that is not I promise you that is not the best work from the fella. He has made other really good stuff like Lights Out and Annabelle Creation. which is, in my opinion, Annabelle Creation is the best Conjuring flick. And then Lights Out, super underrated little horror movie from the 2010s. So I love David F. Sandberg. I'm expecting that same kind of energy from his Until Dawn movie, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be good, though, personally. Who the frick is Mark frickin' Evans? Get rid of him and put Patrick Dempsey in. Put him in, coach. Come on now. People are not happy about this. Randominic? Who are some actors you'd love to see in the Scream franchise? Mine are Dina Meyer, maybe? Noelle Fisher, Dakota Fanning. Very good choices there. I do really like Dakota Fanning in a Scream film would be cool. I did a video on this a while ago about 7 actors and actresses I'd love to see in this franchise. I'm trying to remember the whole list here, but one of them off the top of my head was Brandy Norris. I'd love to see her from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I'd love to see her in a Scream film. I think she'd play a fun character. Again, with Scream 7, how they were talking about it for the longest time after, Sydney got announced, of course. I was just really thinking that this was going to be a film for the legacy fans, people who like the original movie. Kevin Williamson is directing. Sidney Prescott is the focus. That is how they led this the charge for this film after all the firings happened. So to me, I was really pitching like some character actors, I should say, who were really popular during the late 90s, early thousands. So a lot of the people on this list video that I'm talking about were people like who were popular in a lot of those movies, who I think played really good side characters. And to me, Brandy Norwood, did I say something? I said Brandy. Did I say Brandy Norris? Brandy Norwood is what I meant to say. Sorry, fellas. It's been a long day. I thought she was awesome, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Great side character in that movie. The sequel there. Fun little sequel. And who knows, maybe she pops up in this new requel coming out this summer. Am I just ignoring Kick? I am just ignoring Kick. Jess is with us. My mod just texted me and said, "Hey, you're ignoring the Kick chat. Say hi to the fellas on Kick." What's up, Kick fellas? What's going on? Jess is saying we aren't cool enough. You guys are very cool. It's just I'm forgetting. I'm new to this whole thing. But thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the tatted ginger and just Jess being with us. You think Mark Evans likes the sewer and chocolate milk? Dear God, no. I hope, oh man. If he's getting bullied by band kids and he's drinking chocolate milk, I'm going to be so mad, dude. I'll be like, no, oh, not again. Reliving the trauma. Dear Lord. I thought I disliked Halloween Ends. I thought I was really not a fan of it. And then I showed my buddy Connor, who co-wrote Chicken Man with me. And I mean, I've never seen him just blow up on a movie. He's like, that was a waste of time. Why did you make me watch that? He was actually mad at me for showing him Halloween Ends. I did not mean for this stream to turn into a me hating Halloween Ends stream, but I still think that's just so funny because I was starting to come around to it. I'm like, oh, this isn't all terrible. I think the kills are cool here. We get some moments with Michael, whatever. But man, he watched that movie and I mean he was strongly felt like it was a waste of time, and it was very funny to me. But dear God, if Mark Evans is doing that shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. Jack 5, what's up, Jake? How's it going, Jack? How's it going? Welcome in. Yo. We got Tatted Teddy hanging out with us over on Kick. I forgot the fucking name of the streamings. I forgot the name of it. I'm sorry. How are you guys doing? Jess is saying we are friends off stream and this is how we get treated. The audacity. Where is it stored? I'm going to make sure that Kick is staying up on my second monitor here so I don't miss anything. I will miss nothing. Nothing of the sort again. I promise. I actually do want to do one thing. I want to do one thing because I want to give out some memberships because next Wednesday, fellas, we are watching The Prowler, an excellent little 80s slasher film that I feel like is crazy underrated. So I want to give some more memberships if I still have some. Yeah, I have 5 more for the month. Rock on. 5 more people are getting memberships over on the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. And bam! 5 people just got those. Who's getting them? So that's going to Villain Killin' Dylan. Jace Crawford, Scully Alley, Heather, and Adrian Phillips. Well, welcome to the fold, everybody. You can join us for a very exciting little little stream on every Wednesday where we would do with some watch parties. I had to cancel this past Wednesday because I got busy. Apologies, but we were going to watch The Prowler next Wednesday. It's going to be a ton of fun. Make sure to stop on by. It's going to be a good time. So there we go. Screw TikTok. TikTok's going to be gone on Monday, isn't it? Isn't that what the case is? I don't go on TikTok. I'm just not I try to avoid short form content at all costs. Madison hates that. Madison loves sending me TikToks, and I'm like, really trying to avoid that. I'll just scroll. Like, I will literally just scroll and waste hours of my life. And I try to avoid that as much as I can. So I'm always trying to make that happen. Tatted Ginger says, I'm coming back to YouTube and I'm going to ban Scott for saying that. Brutal out here. Damn. But yeah, I mean, I just don't care. I think here's what I'll say about the TikTok ban though, too. I don't think it's going to actually do anything. There's another, like, some kind of TikTok app or whatever that's already becoming popular now that TikTok's banned. Like, my thing is it's letting the toothpaste out of the tube. You can't put it back in. It's one of those things. When you have something like this already out there, you might as well keep it. Madison is reminding me the name of it is Red Note. This and everything I've read about Red Note seems like it's worse for the reasons that TikTok is getting banned. I don't really understand how that's going to solve any problems opposed to just making it worse. So you might as well just leave TikTok alone and let people be addicted to it, or do something to stop that, but don't ban it. You know what I mean? Banning it outright, you're creating a void, and when a void happens, things are going to fill it. So I don't really see the point in doing that. Maybe Vine will come back. Vine was so much better. You know, Vine, I can't even believe I'm saying it, but Vine was better. I feel like people put more like thought and effort into Vines versus TikToks. Like, all I see on TikToks are cat videos and people cooking food. And I'm just like, I could sit here and scroll and waste my life watching this, or I could consume something that will actually strengthen my mind. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's just killing attention spans. You can't watch movies with kids anymore. You know what I mean? That's another thing, which I'm sorry. I sound like such an old man, but like you try to have a conversation with a kid and it's like attention span is all over the place. And it's because of TikTok. Like I know I sound like an old person. I do. I literally make shorts myself, but I hate them. I'm not a fan. 0 out of 10. Have you ever seen the movie Underworld? Love Underworld. Oh, Christine, I love these movies. All of them. Even the bad ones, I don't care. They're so much fun to me. This is my Twilight as a dude. My Twilight is absolutely Underworld. I'm in love with these movies. I think there's some. I'm like, I gotta stop myself before I say something too crazy. But all I'm gonna say is this movie and the Resident Evil franchise. What was I'm not gonna say that. You know what? I'm gonna stop myself right there. Jesus Christ. But Underworld and the Resident Evil movies, I liked them as a kid. Let's just say that. I got real excited when I saw them for some reason. I think TikTok should be banned because I just kept getting freaky ass content for like no reason, so I deleted it. So the ban doesn't really impact me. Yeah, but you got to think about the good of everybody, right? You know, I mean, there's the reason it's happening is for everyone in the world. Why are we talking about all this crazy shit? Isn't that nuts? Real quick, Christine, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it, but Kate Beckinsale did some things for me. That's all I'm going to say. And Mila Jovovich did some things for me back in the day. I was like, ooh, badass women. This is awesome. I'm a fan. Call me a fan. Villain Killin' Dylan is a member of the page. Thank you so much for your support. I think I just gifted you that membership, but that's besides the point. While it's on my mind, have you seen the Feast movies? I've seen the first one. I have not. I don't think I've seen the other ones, but I've seen that first one. It's cool. It's a really interesting movie. People gripe about art unaliving kids. Dude, that whole discourse was ridiculous to me, man. I just feel like people were really overreacting about all the Terrifier stuff. I don't know. I really don't know what was going on with all that. I think really what it was, hey, Terrifier's popular. Let's shit on it for attention. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the vibe I got from a lot of those Twitter accounts. So I don't know. It's just a lot of weird things going on there because like you're talking about here, you know, it has happened since the beginning of horror movies. Pretty much there's been scenes like that. So don't know what to tell you. And you could watch KillJoy Jake videos instead of TikTok. A good point. A good point there, my friend. I still have not made a video that has gotten 1 million views. I really want to do that one day. Just one. I just want one. One that hits 1 million views. That'd be cool. Is Madison? I think she's upset with me that I said that Mila Jovovich and Kate Beckinsale do some things for me, but I just think you're a badass woman, and that's why I like you. So there you go. Hey Jake, I am making my first feature film based on my own horror character. I hope to make it into a horror icon one day. Do you have any advice for me? Make it the best it can be, and don't make it the best that you want. You know, make it the best for yourself. That's a big thing. I think so many people try to write stuff for other people, and that's a problem. Write what you know is good in your heart. If you're like, I like this, I think it's good, and you honestly can't find a way to make it better, keep it. It's good. Don't change it. Stick with what you know and sharpen your skills along the way. That's what I say. Make what you can in the moment with your current skill set, and don't worry about if my writing isn't as, you're worried about your writing not being as fantastic as somebody else's or whatever. You think that there's people that are greater writers or something. Don't worry about that shit. Just write, make it happen, and have fun doing it. What else is going on? Do we have any news on the possibility of the Kirby Reed show, movie in development? So from what I know, it is a spin-off movie from that Production Weekly article. At least that's what I remember reporting on. And I know we don't really have any movement on that. My guess is we won't get any real news about the film until Scream 7 comes out. And again, we might, if this is something that they're really considering doing, we might have a tease at it here in Scream 7. And they might be doing their own little Scream universe, kind of like the Conjuring universe or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Bam! All these things, right? Why not have a Scream universe? But of course, they want to make sure that there's more Scream movies because they're making money. So why not? Why do you think we're getting a Jurassic World 4, baby? That's why. Jake's content is better than 99% of TikTok. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What's your opinion on extreme horror? There's definitely some stuff that's too far for me. I will say that, but I'm not going to call people disgusting for wanting to watch it. I will say that if you're down for that shit, rock on. There's some stuff where, again, it's just too far for me. Like some of the Human Centipede sequels, I'm like, I don't need to be watching that. I'm good. I can stay away from that personally. That's not really for me. But I do think some of it is funny. Like some of it is actually so extreme it's funny, where it's like, this is just pure ridiculousness. I don't even know what else to say about it. But Madison says that everyone on YouTube is getting banned except Erica, even you, even me. I'm getting banned from the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Shit. You just see like this gray screen pop up. It's like, psh, done for. Madison's banning me over on Kick. Brutal. In Feast 2, there is a scene where they toss a live infant as bait as the monsters rip him to pieces. Then they catapult an old lady. What the fuck? I gotta watch Feast 2, man. That's crazy. I've only seen the first one, and I liked it. It's really good. It's a fun movie. I guess that's a franchise I'm not as familiar with. I remember I was getting into that series around the same time as Tremors. So for whatever reason, a lot about that stuff is kind of like crosswired in my brain for whatever reason. But I watched all the Tremors movies around the same time as I watched the first Feast for the first time. And those movies are wild. You want to talk about, they're not like extreme, anything like this, but the Tremors movies are just so silly. Like they get so off the rails by entry number. The first one's ridiculous, but like 2 and 3 even start to get really ridiculous too. So there's some fun ones in there. Some fun stuff in that whole mix. Everyone on Kick is mad that I'm talking shit about TikTok. I don't know what to tell you. It's ass. It's ass with a capital A. I stay away from it like the plague. If they do the Kirby Scream as a TV show, I hope it's like The Following, another Kevin Williamson masterpiece, except season 3. I never watched The Following. I just know that it's Kevin Williamson's it's him doing his original Scream 3 idea, which it makes me really want to watch that. And I think that's really cool. So I do want to give that one a watch. Season 3 sucks, huh? That sucks. That makes me sad. Makes me sad that season 3 isn't as good as the rest of the show, because I know a lot of it sounds really interesting. So I imagine some of it's probably really, really intriguing. But besides season 3, brutal. Okay. Grace Cicada is saying my dad and I would watch the Tremors movies all the time when I was a wee one. I love Tremors. Those are so fun, man. I really enjoyed going through that franchise. I even liked the bad ones. I'm going to be honest. That's a franchise where I was like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time watching even the last 3. The last 3 movies are bad, but I don't even care. They're fun. They're so fun. I kind of just didn't even mind. I'm like, I'm having a good time. That's all that matters. The Shrieker Island one was like a little rougher than the rest for sure, but I still had a good time with it. It was fun. Burt Gummer is such a good character. He's a good enough character for me to be into it. For sure. Jake somehow doesn't like Reba, and Jess is saying, well, it was nice knowing you, Jake. Just like good stuff. That's no, I'm just messing around. Jess, Madison, Tatted Teddy, I appreciate you guys for watching this stream on Kick, even if you think my opinions are shit. A lot of people do, apparently, so that's okay. That's totally fine. Universal Disappointment is saying, Jake, what did you think of the Scream TV series? I loved the first 2 seasons, but that third one was kind of meh. Yeah, the Scream TV series, it's I don't know, it's fine. I'm just not in love with it. I don't love the characters as much as I love any of the movie characters, really. I don't know, just doesn't really do it for me. I think the kills are really good on the show. Some really good stuff there. But I don't know, a lot of stuff about the show I'm just not crazy about. I don't mind some of the twists actually in seasons 1 and 2. I think it's fun how they I think it's really fun how they set up season 2 especially. Season 2 is like the best part of the whole show in my opinion. Season 2 is really excellent. But my thing about the Scream TV series is it breaks my rule about how I feel about a lot of horror TV. A lot of horror TV in my opinion sucks. And the Scream TV series is actually it's quality at the very least. It's not, absolute trash. Like a lot of horror movies that go to die on television. So that to me is like, okay, Scream didn't completely suck on TV, and that makes me happy. So the third season, though, yeah, it's probably the weakest thing in the entire Scream franchise for sure. Season 3, I think honestly one of the worst parts about it is I don't even hate the characters on season 3. It's just the twist is obvious. It's obvious from like episode 1. I'm like I saw that coming a mile away. What do you mean? Of course it's that person. Is the Scream TV series, is it associated with Spyglass and therefore shares the same universe as the movies? I don't think so. I'm not sure, but there has been talk about bringing in the Scream TV universe into like the movie franchise. I know there were some theories about that a while ago, but I don't know if that's still the same thing. What else is going on here? Emma Duvall is no Sidney Prescott. I mean, yeah. I'm hoping for a Saw TV series at some point. It's basically a soap opera already. You know what? Here's the thing, though. Saw is a fun soap opera. I like that it's a little cheesy, personally. Like to me, the cheese works there. I can get into some of the cheesiness of Saw because it is just so grounded. It kind of makes you just roll with the cheese. You don't even taste it on the damn sandwich because it's some of the shit in that is just so hard to watch and kind of makes it feel so grounded. Saw is such an interesting mix. It is such a fucking weird combination of all these different flavors that weirdly works. It is such a unique series, man. I fucking love Saw, and God, I hope Blumhouse doesn't reboot it into some garbage. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, and here's the other thing too that's really cool about here's what we want to talk about positives, right? The rumor is that Saw is getting rebooted through this like Lionsgate and Blumhouse deal going on right now. Don't forget I'm mixing names here. James Wan is merging his company with Blumhouse. So maybe James Wan returns to direct a Saw reboot. I mean, anything is possible with horror right now. It is popping. Horror is on the move. So who knows what's going to happen with it all? You never know. It would be crazy to see James return to the Saw franchise at some point. We know he's doing Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's like his next big horror project, which is so exciting. I've been wanting a remake to this movie for so goddamn long, and we're finally getting it. And now, hopefully, we get some kind of series or some kind of, new Saw movie in some situation. I really want Saw 11, like the actual plan for it, which was some kind of continuation to Saw X, but we'll see. Really want more from the Saw X story, because that was fun. Terrifier 2 or The Substance. You're talking about two of my favorite horror movies from this decade so far. That is truly a tough one. I think I'll probably end up watching Terrifier 2 more, so I want to lean towards that. But the Substance is a masterpiece. It is a modern horror masterpiece. It's one of those, like, in 40 years, we're still going to be talking about The Substance, just like how we're still talking about movies like The Shining, Reanimator. I don't even know why that came to mind. Probably because of the green goo that these movies share. But it's a masterpiece. It's an excellent horror film. The Substance is, wow. I need to get that one. Need to own that. I really want to see it in theaters again. I'll tell you what. I can't believe it's back in theaters this weekend. I'm dying to see that again. Ooh, Brian Phillips. A really interesting question. Thoughts on Exorcist 3? I personally adore it, and watching Exorcist 1 and 3 back-to-back provides for a very satisfying story. 100% agreed, Brian. The only Exorcist sequel I care about is the third one. And again, this is another instance of doing something so drastically different with the franchise where it really works. You swung for the fences, and goddamn, it really works in my opinion. Exorcist 2, if you guys have ever seen it, is just so weird, and it's a movie that, again, I feel like tries to do something different but fails. Exorcist 3, the total opposite. Tries to do something different and totally works. It is the Scream 6 of the Exorcist franchise. But no, I really do like Exorcist 3 a bunch. It is it's got a really cool concept. Again, I love that it's almost like a little hard boiled. It's fun. I would love to put this one on again, because I usually just watch the first Exorcist, but that's interesting to watch 1 and 3 back to back. Yeah, because they are kind of, it is like the real true sequel, right, in its own regard. So that's very cool. That's very cool, Brian. That is a great movie to bring up. I need to watch that again. It's been far too long. And Brian, something else I want to throw out there is The Exorcist is one of my favorite horror movies. I love it. I saw it at a young age. Scared the fuck out of me. Nothing is quite like it. But I got the 4K of the original Exorcist, and I have not watched it yet. I've seen this movie so many times. It's just like, okay, yeah, I've seen it. I kind of got to be in the mood to watch it too, but I do love it. It's one of my favorite horror films. Maybe I might watch that and Exorcist 3 tonight. I really want to put on a good horror movie. I got a pretty chill day tomorrow. I already know what I pretty much have the script done for what I'm going to talk about in the video. So, speaking of which, I'm probably going to be signing off here, ladies and gentlemen. But I do want to say before I peace out here, I got a Scream video going up tomorrow. I really hope I can get a Terrifier video out sometime this weekend, because I have a sick idea for a Terrifier video. So I really hope you guys get to see that soon. We got a post regarding the announcement of Terrifier 3 coming to Screambox. It's a really interesting post. I would look into it, because it might be teasing something coming for Terrifier 4, but definitely going to be talking about that sometime soon. Thank you guys for joining me for this fun little stream. Thank you to anybody who supported the page tonight. If you super chatted, if you're a member of the page, so much love. Thank you for all that. And again, follow me on Kick, because eventually I am going to do some Kick only streams. And Kick is like, if you're like, what Jake, what is Kick? What the fuck is this? Kick is like this brand new streaming service kind of thing. It's like maybe like not even a year old. But I want to start doing some streams on there, because I can actually you can play music. You can play like copyrighted music on your streams, and I think that'd be really cool. It's brand new. Stop making fun of me on Kick. It's compared to YouTube, it's brand new. It's got a big old ribbon on it still, pretty much. So I will be doing some exclusive streams there as soon as I build up a little bit of a following over on that platform. But definitely follow me there. It's going to be fun. We're going to do some different kind of streams there, because I can do a little more there versus here on YouTube. So give it a follow if you want. It's just KillJoy Jake. You can find me. It's the same emblem of this page and shit. But again, big Scream video tomorrow. Definitely give it a watch. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out!